Hey everybody, thanks for watching Spark Survival. I'd like to take just a couple minutes to look at just some essentials and how to think different as it applies to survival and preparedness. Um, I think that it goes without saying that there's at least something in us that realizes that there's things that are just essential to these kind of things. And I'm often asked if there was one tool, if there's just one thing that I could have or that you could have, given a survival situation, what would that one thing be? And to me, in my opinion, the most important thing I think is a knife. The knife is a tool we've always had. It is probably the most versatile of all tools, and you can accomplish so many different things with a good knife. And if you were stuck in a situation, I think hands down, if I could choose just one thing, it's going to be a knife. Now, in a perfect world, you might carry a belt knife, something like this. This is a Mora, really popular in bushcrafting circles. A lot of people have heard of them. If you have not, it's just a modern version of a Scandinavian knife. Really simple grind on this. Allows the knife to get very sharp, stay very sharp. That's the easiest way for me to say that. But you and I can't go to the grocery store with this hanging off of us. We're going to get frowned upon at the gas station and things like that. So to me, I think to think in a way that is prepared in terms of survival. I think a knife in your pocket is like shoes on your feet. So I would teach that you should kind of have a knife on you at all times. And I just want to give you a couple of examples of just a pocket knife, something that you would carry on you no matter where you went. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter where you're going and what the purpose. You should have a knife unless you're going into a courtroom or something like that, and you're not allowed to have it. This is an example of a knife without a lock. This is based on an early settler's knife. It's kind of a German descent. Just really simple. A lock back knife, if you prefer, is a little more secure. It's not going to close on your fingers. This is an old buck knife, a little weighty and large for everyday carry, but it'll do really well. You can always go for the good classic Swiss Army knife. It's going to have multiple tools in there. It's very small. It takes up very little room. Nice and light. Does a variety of jobs. Some examples of assisted ball bearing. This is kind of a direction I would go personally, but it's up to your personal taste. I carry a Kershaw that's spring assisted for one-handed and quick deployment, and that just means a lot of different things to me. If you're in a position where your one hand is awful busy, this is going to come in real handy for both personal protection and out in the woods or whatever it is you're doing. And if your state doesn't allow it, having a knife that doesn't have an actual spring in it for one-handed deployment, that might be an option too. Really, it's up to you what knife fits well in your hand. This is an example of a knife that might be too large for some people. It's almost a full-size belt knife when deployed. Something a lot skinnier, like my little Kershaw, might be a little bit easier for you to carry. What particular steel doesn't necessarily matter. In my opinion, are you going to be making your fires with these knives? Probably not. This is something that you're going to do kind of finer work with, and it's going to be your must-have on your person at all times. It's going to cut your seatbelt. It's going to do whatever you might need it to do in kind of an emergency situation. It doesn't take the place of a larger knife if you're going out camping or hiking. If you have any questions about knives, please let us know. Put them in the comments, and we'll get back to you with as good an answer as we can. Keep watching Spark Survival. Stay tuned, and don't forget to like, follow, and share.